Good morning, welcome to Morning Review. This is Kim Watson speaking on Tuesday, the 12th of July. So, looking at the euro dollar first, and as you can see, yesterday we managed a positive day, but still very much within the range of the Friday's trading. This morning we seem to be pitching up somewhat into when we've already tested the 4-hourly 50 here, which may slow progress. I was hoping, we've got a close above the weekly 50. A daily close above that would be much nicer, but if we can push on beyond this 50, it has been tested before, and we've seen a bit of a result from it or move from it, but maybe if it's the hourly 200, if we can keep the push on, all the better. However, we've just missed the daily pivot, and there is a possibility that may want to come down to that level, although it's within a couple of pips, so it seems to be relatively clear. Nice higher low situation here on the euro and higher highs, but that said, we've already hit the daily, or been close to the daily pivot, hit the R1, and possibly quite a bit of the range is already done here. Looking at the pound dollar. Again, the range, if you look at the range of the bar so far compared to yesterday and a few of the days, we've seen a decent upward move here. Already seen a reaction to with air kissed that 4-hourly 50. It may go back and catch that 4-hour 50 properly. It's through the daily 8, which was a bit of a, I say concern, but I thought might just provide some resistance for this upward movement. Now we have closed above the daily weekly pivot here again, as we have with the euro, and I'm just wondering whether it will hold, but a daily close above the weekly pivot is always nicer, so we'll see that hopefully later. Looking down at the hourlies, and it's pretty much similar picture to the euro, very mirrored in terms of price action here. They both made good ground through the Asian session and then consolidated, and it's whether or not they can push up any further. Cable's a long way away from its daily pivot here, or much further away from its daily pivot. There is the potential for it to roll over, but it's vastly reduced with the hit of the R1 there, so could be on for further upside or consolidation. We have got, with the UK, we have got the Bank of England governor testifying before the Treasury Select Committee at 10 o'clock, and that could, although most of what he's said is likely to be the same, it could create some volatility around that time. So looking dollar yen briefly, let's have a look. Yes, it's continuing its route really. It's back now, the dollar yen to the 21 moving average here. The previous trend line, it's whether it can hold and push on there. Again, it's pushed up pretty reasonably through the Asian session, but like yesterday's move was such a large move, I didn't think we'd see such a continuation, but it seems that it's doing quite well at the moment. Again, missing the daily pivots, which are below, and heading at the moment towards its R1, maybe be able to catch that monthly pivot that's above it. Any weakness, well, looking for retraces then back to the 21. Okay, dollar yen, Aussie dollar. Again, good movement through the Asian session here. There's not much to be said on this. It has hit its daily pivots, hits R1, R2. Little in the way for me for targets there. There is a bit of divergence here into this R2 level, which could see a bit of a correction. But if the other pairings continue, I think the Aussie would it's an easy route for the Aussie at that point. And finally, Canadian dollar. The Canadian dollar's been pushing up on the weaker price of oil. In fact, let's just bring oil across, and you see it's been falling off, and this has obviously had its effect on the strength of the Canadian dollar, which means it's been rallying. There seems to be with oil a bit of a respite there, and it seems to be holding a little bit from the little pivot swing it put in there on the 4-hourlies, and Canadian dollar just tracking its way back north here at the moment. Got support here off the 50, so let's hit the daily pivot. We can break this 50, maybe a continued run down to its S1 or lower. So it's a bit of a funny old one when we've got such quite a bit of movement today before the markets, before the London session, should I say, before the markets open, but before the London session opens. There's little else news-wise to say. Bank of England Carney is the biggest, most important speaker there. They've got FOMC speaker at 2:35, which due to speak at National Association of Business Economics. So you never know. May create a bit of volatility for us this afternoon. And we've got the job openings, job openings, which sometimes can do a bit of give us a little kicker at 3 o'clock, but it's never a big mover. So relatively little data coming out today. I wouldn't be shocked if we get some consolidation unless something big comes out for the day. Okay, that's it for me. Have a great one. Bye for now.